Hey guys, I'm Anthony and today I'm going to show you 2 fun and easy DIYs you could do for someone's birthday. The things you'll need are mix 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 egg, and 1 whole stick of butter. What I'm going to do first, I'm just going to blend all the ingredients together. 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 egg, 1 whole stick of butter, and the sugar cookie mix. Now, since this is not a cake and this is a sugar cookie mix, you just want to put a medium speed of 6 if you have a KitchenAid blender. You don't want to cook this too long, so it's not going to take that long to blend all together since it's a cookie mix and it sticks together not that too long. Just sticks together very quick. And you would see it form once you start cooking it for a long period of time. It will stick together. Once that happens, you can just stop the blender. Take out the dough. Like I said, it doesn't take very long for cookie mix to blend. You have to blend it for a while because it doesn't really take a lot of time to blend. You just want to take it out and just form a little bit with your hands. Now, if you're, depending on how much you're gonna make, if you're just making 12 cookies, just buy 1 cookie mix, it should make about 12. You don't really need to buy more, unless you're making it for a big party or something. Sometimes if you take it out too early, it will still have some of the flour in there. Just mess with it, really. It should be good. Because as you can tell, it's already formed as cookie dough. Now all you would need is some flour on your cutting board before you cut the cookies, because that helps it not really stick to the pan. You should add some, not really a lot, but I usually add a lot. Just in case, I really hate when it sticks to the pan. That's just annoying. You have to do it all over. Then you want to get the dough. Just roll it in there. Sometimes when we don't put enough flour on the cutting board, you might want to put some flour on top of the dough so you just for sure won't stick. Just roll it into a ball, whatever shape you want. It doesn't really matter. And then you want to roll it out to about like 1 inch or so. But I never roll it out to about 1 inch. Just don't roll it like too flat. You don't want it to be like too flat. You don't want your cookies to be flat. You want it to be a little bit thick. And then you will need your bow tie cookie cutters. You just start going. And I prefer a steel cookie cutter because they work more better than plastic or rubber ones. And today I'm making about 12 sugar cookies. I prefer a steel one because it just works better. Some other ones you have to put more work into it. And the steel ones is a little bit sharp at the end on the bottom for the cookie dough, so that's what you want. So you have to keep pushing it down on it. If you're using like a plastic or rubber one. And you just want to set these aside. And you don't want to put too much flour on the cookie dough because it might crumble. If you put way too much flour, it will crumble, start to fall apart. It won't be so formed together as it's supposed to. It's not perfectly all together. Just flatten it and mess with it. Again, roll it about an inch or so. Don't roll it out too flat. Because then your cookies will just be smaller than the cookie cutter. And we're just going to repeat the step one more time. See, sometimes that will happen with your sugar cookie, so that's when you might have to redo it all over again. And sometimes you will have cookie dough left over to like make something or mess with it. Just do whatever you want. See just how that fell? That's why you don't want to add too much flour, because if you do, it will start to fall apart and lose its shape. And that's kind of not good. That ruins the way you're trying to get it done. But again, just roll it out to about an inch or so. Not too flat. Don't leave it too thick either. I'm just gonna do 2 more and then we're done. For this next step, you will want to preheat your oven to 350 and wait for it to preheat before you put your cookies in the oven. And then we're gonna put the cookies on a cookie sheet with some parchment paper so it will not stick to the pan. That's what you really don't want. That's what the main purpose of this parchment paper is really for, so it will not stick to the pan. And I recommend doing that. And I never really put the cookies, I never really put the parchment paper on the pan right. I always do it kind of, if you do that, it's okay. Now for these, you want to do it like 1 inch or 2 apart. So when they start proofing and cooking, that they don't get stuck together. And just try to put as much as you can possible. Just leave space when you put in the next row too. Just keep it about 1 inch or more down from each other. Just really eyeball it and just keep it not so close together. And we're gonna repeat this step with the parchment paper. Just don't put them too close together. And then if you have lots of room, just move them aside so they have a little bit more room to cook. And if you like me, and you don't really put the parchment paper on right, just cut it off so it doesn't burn. It's never burned on me, but I mean, I don't want that to happen. You have to cut all of it off, just some, so it won't like be so close to the fire. You can do it to the other pan. Now usually these cookies take about 7 to 10 minutes to cook, but usually you don't really have to keep counts. Just keep an eye on them. When they like a little brown rim on the bottom, that's when you have to take them out. But depending on what kind of cookie brand you buy, but usually you can tell they're done when there's like a gold brown rim on the bottom. Alright, so the oven's done proofing, so I'm just gonna put these in about the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes. But you really don't have to keep track of time from 7 to 10 minutes. Just check it frequently. When there's a gold brown rim on the bottom, that's when you know that they're done. Alright, so we're just gonna check up the cookies to see if they're done yet. And they're done, okay. So while those are cooling off, I'm gonna get my frosting ready. I'm gonna do it white and red, so I'm gonna separate it. Have it half. I'm not gonna do it probably right. I'm gonna just eyeball it. So I'm gonna do the rim of the bow tie white, and on the sides 2 are red, and the middle's gonna be white. I know it's confusing, but just watch. I never do this right. since they're small, I don't need a lot of icing. If you put it in a piping bag, it always comes out a lot anyway, so they should fill about all of them. I mean, I'm not doing all of them, I'm just gonna do about 6. Since it is for a birthday party, it's the only amount I'm doing. It's the only amount they want, so. My God, it's not a lot. And this icing does cool off pretty fast when you just have it sitting out, so sometimes you might have to put it in the microwave for a little bit. Sometimes I do that. That's perfectly fine. And I don't know, usually just one bag will fill up to 12 cookies. But since I had to use this for something I did yesterday, it should fit about 6 cookies. And there we go. And the thing is with, I have some wilted icing. It's like exact icing. The thing is, you wouldn't want to do too much depending on if you want it light or not. I actually want it like an extra red bow tie. So just put a little bit and do more. Just put a little bit and do more. You don't want to put it all in there. There we go. And usually the sugar cookies don't take very long to cool off. It takes about 2 minutes for them to cool off. They should come easily off the parchment paper. So it shouldn't be that hard. Now I want to get a separate cookie pan so I can decorate them. The same technique, just cut a small tip to be able to put it in. And we're just gonna fill it for the white. Like I said, I never cut exactly the right amount, so just keep taking it out and put it in, depending on how big or small your tip is. And I'm just gonna open it like this, hold it underneath my hand and hold it, so it'll be easier to put the frosting in. And we're just gonna do the same technique for the rest of them. Then we're gonna put a white rim around the hobo. Just like so. You don't want to put too much because sometimes it falls the sides. But I do that all the time. But it's okay, just wipe it off if that happens. And we're just gonna go around and press as we go, harder and harder. And do it again for the other side. And then just do it for the middle. There we go, and just do that for the rest. The good cookies is that they don't really take very long to cool and set off. They take just a few minutes. Sorry, my camera died, so I did one step ahead, but the next step I'm just gonna put a white rim around the cookies and then I'm all done. So again, just gonna cut off a little bit off the piping bag to put our tip in there. But if it's not cut enough, I'm just gonna go back and cut more. And there we go. Just gonna fold it. Use my hand to hold it so I can put the icing in there more easy. Just let me open this. And I'm just gonna go around it. Oh, now I'm just gonna do that for the rest of them and I'm all done. One more time. all done. Now the great thing about these sugar cookies is that they don't take very long to cool. A bow tie, 8 tablespoons of flour, butter, 3 eggs, 1 cup of water, 1/3 cup of vegetable oils, cake mix, and a cake pan. I butter my pan so the cake doesn't stick to it. This is really a technique my mom taught me, and I still do it, and it always works. Please use any technique you see that you like, whoever prefers you like. Now my mom says sometimes when you have a new cake pan, normally you don't have to put butter and flour because it won't stick. But one time I did that and it sticked, and I was stressed out. I didn't like that, so I prefer just to always put butter and flour in your pan so it won't stick if you're doing that method. Because I know because it's just very bad if it sticks. Makes me very distressed. Now I have 4 tablespoons of flour, but I'm just gonna put some. I can put the whole thing. Just put in some so there can be some on it. Just put in 3 tablespoons in the 3 different parts of the bow tie. With this, I'm trying not to be so messy. And sometimes I try not to be messy, but then I end up making a mess, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to dump in all the extra flour. Now I'm going to set the butter and flour aside, and we're going to start putting the ingredients for the cake. First, I'm just going to put the cake mix first. I mean, you can put the cake mix last, but it doesn't really matter. I just like to put the cake mix first. Then I'm going to put 3 eggs in. 1 cup of water, and 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Now we're just going to blend that until it's done to a high of 6. Like the cake to see if it's done blending before we put it in the cake pan. It's not yet done, just put it in there for a little bit longer. Now while the cake is blending, you will want to set your oven to 350 and wait for it to preheat before you put it in the oven. As we wait for this to fully blend, we're also going to wait for the oven to preheat. And it's all done. Just get all the extra cake mix on the little thing. And you just don't want to put all the way on there. Just put it kind of like half, because you don't want it to overfill. Should be about enough. Just make it even. And just put about a little bit more. Because you don't want to come too small and you don't want to overfill too much. Just add a little bit more. Because you just want to fill it halfway, so it has enough room to proof and cook. If you don't do it halfway or overfill, and that's what you really don't want. It's about good. We're gonna put it in the microwave. And just let that cook for, just shake it frequently when it's done. You will know whenever you poke it and you take it out and no dough comes out, that's when you're done. I'm waiting for my cake to cool down. I'm gonna start piping my bags so they're ready to be ready when I start to decorate my cake. Now this technique I'm using again, it's the same one that I used for the cookies. Just cut the tip as much as you think you need. Bend the paper a little bit and see if your tip will fit. If not, then just cut some more. Now I'm gonna fold it again and hold it underneath my hand so it'll be easier to put as much icing as it needs possible. And for the cake, I'm gonna do it just like I did for the sugar cookies. I'm gonna do it white and red. But this is cream cheese. You can use anything you want. And you just want to pull it down a little bit to be able to unfold it and just push it down. Just do it little by little. Do not do the whole thing. Don't pipe the whole bag. So you need room to push it down to be able to do your design. I'm gonna do the same thing like I did on here, like I did with the other bag. You're gonna fold it down so you'll be able to put your tip. And for this one, I'm using a different one. I'm using a 4B Wilton tip. And for this one, I am using a number 10. It's by Sunny. But usually this one, I'm just using it to go around the cake. So it'll be easier to ice it. The cake in the cooler, I like to let it cool for like 2 hours, maybe not that long. Sometimes 2 hours or 1.5. Depends however long you need to cool it. So guys, the cake is done. So what I'm gonna do is just put it on my cake board and start icing it. Just gonna put it right on top and just flip it. There we go. First, I'm gonna ice this white. Well, first, I'm I'm just gonna ice the whole cake white right now. I'm just doing this technique so it's easier to smooth it out, so I don't have to keep going back and forth into the icing. Then I'm gonna start to smooth it out. Just smooth it out with a small offset spatula. Just going and taking it, going back and forth. We're just gonna smooth it, all of it out. If you have extra icing, just put it back into the container if you can still use it. We're gonna get some more and just ice the whole cake white for right now. Then we do the last step. There's not really a certain way to ice the cake, really, when you're doing it this way. You can just put all over and just use the offset spatula to smooth out it when you're done. It's okay if you can still see the cake because we're gonna put some red in there and around it. So it's like, okay. Just want to at least have some icing on there. I'm just gonna put a little bit more icing just for the top of it. Then we'll start decorating it. Now I'm taking off a lot of icing. These two, I'm gonna do that in red. So I'm gonna do that right now. For this, we're gonna do it up and down motion. Sides, I'm gonna start to put more icing to ice the whole thing now. I'm starting to ice the whole thing. Just gonna do the same technique that I've been doing. I'm just gonna ice it. Just gonna smooth everything out. Just make it nice and smooth. And I'm just gonna put some more icing. Just gonna make it neat and flat, just to fill up all the holes. Now let's do the same technique for the red. Just gonna put it all around the cake. Gonna do up and down motion with this. The up and down motion. It's gonna be all around it. Cake all on the bottom to finish it up. Gonna need some more icing, so I'm just gonna put some more. Now I'm just gonna smooth it out. Make it flat. gonna finish icing it all flat. Two fun and easy DIYs you can do for someone's birthday. Watching, guys, please like and subscribe. All my social medias will be linked down below, and I'll see you on the next DIY. Peace.